TV live from Beijing in MSI's Beat It 2010. I'm joined by a man you know probably very, very well already. His name is Grubby. He is, as we've been referring to him as, Mr. Warcraft 3. Grubby, how you doing?
I'm very good, and I'm joined here by the illustrious Tosspot. He'll be filling in the commentary when I have nothing smart to say. So basically, we're started here with the game Lin against TH, who choose to use the name A Monster. What do you think about that?
Well, he would normally, if it like an ESL or a WCG event, he'd get told off, but he's safe here to change his name. Grubby, let's talk first of all about your tournament. What are your thoughts on it? I mean, you had some controversy in it, worth discussing. What happened to you?
Well, there wasn't that much controversy in it. I'm not too unhappy about the games that I played. I did lose the tournament, losing against two excellent players, Infi and Remind. Both scores were 1-2. I felt I could have gotten more out of it, but when does one who loses not feel like that? Yeah, there was one thing that happened, but I don't think it affected the outcome. In the second game of Remind against me on Twisted Meadows, which was in the loser bracket, I was down 0-1, and one referee walked up to Remind's PC. There was a circle of people gathered around him to watch his game, so it was quite obvious from, and if you just look at it, that there was an important game going on, and this is a referee we're talking about, not just someone else. So he just walked up to Remind's PC and unplugged the network cable, which isn't very customary for tournament games, because the game wasn't saved, so all the progress was lost. I did feel like I was winning that game. Later, when I looked it back, I'm not as sure, but regardless, for both players, this is a very frustrating experience and also a bit unfathomable, because we don't really know what was going on in that referee's mind.
Now, how is Grubby in terms of shape and form right now?
So I've been practicing in Asia a bit, well, quite a bit, and I think this has helped me in like my general shape. I do think that I am able to beat anyone at this point. I lost only 1-2 against both these players. Also, my nemesis, Sky, Infi, TH, who are the three Chinese devil humans who many orcs have a lot of trouble beating. For the first time since a long time, I've been feeling really confident about beating them. I did beat TH and Infi at the IEM in Shanghai about a month ago, and I beat Sky twice about 3 weeks ago in E-Stars, so I do feel much better about that. I think that speaks well for the practice that I've been doing. I've been working really hard on Orc versus Human. I think now it's just about making less mistakes than my opponent does, and for myself making less mistakes than I have done so far. I don't think I make a lot, but one mistake can cost you the game at this level, and I'm really just trying to iron out the inconsistencies in my play, and then I think I can be a player to be reckoned with.
So WCG is, what, a month away now? All eyes on that, I imagine.
Yeah, WCG is the next tournament that I'll be playing, and obviously this is of huge importance to me. And yeah, I'm gonna try to do everything I can to bring the best Grubby I can.
Now, into the game we go. Lin and TH, opening thoughts?
Yeah, so I've been watching the game and haven't shared anything of what happened yet. Unfortunately, nothing too special has happened yet. We're gonna see the first deviating play right now, as we saw Lin scouting initially with the peon. I think, yeah, he did lose his peon, so basically he's playing blind. He has no idea where TH is, except from his excellent game sense. Lin did go for creeping, the 3 small creeps here, taking out this creep here at the natural, which, in addition to give him another good item like Claws of Attack or Gloves of Haste, does make this natural easier to creep later, because the creep that he killed was the one that cast Frost Armor, so this is a very good support creep for the strength of that creep camp. Later on he can just creep it with grunts only, so this is going to help him in his versatility of creeping. He could be harassing with his Blade Master at the same time as creeping with his grunts. And that's going to help him to get up an expansion earlier if that's what he chooses to do. We do see a pretty standard follow-up after that. He had a bit more of a forward shop than usual. That it helps for the let's say the flow of the game when your shop is well, like Melting Valley is a pretty long map, right? So when your shop is more towards the middle, you don't have to go back quite as far if you want to get some new heal solves. After that, however, since he was playing blind, having lost his peon to the Mountain King, he decided to go for the most standard place of where the Mountain King usually expands, which is here at the natural. So he basically chose an intersection route, he went to the creep camp which is closest to TH base and which would have him intercepting TH as he would go to that expansion. Not seeing him, he decided, I don't want to waste the time that I spent by walking here already, and I'm going to take this creep right here, who also dropped the Blade Master item.
Good fortune or a good sense?
I think it's very important in Warcraft, when you're making decisions with limited information, that you choose to do things which, whether or not your opponent is doing what you expect them to do, it's going to work out well. So Lin is obviously thinking, I'm going to go here to, you know, creep jack TH if he's there. But if not, he wants to have a plan B. And it's very important to have a plan B. Because if he's wrong and he goes there and TH isn't there and he'd be stumped, it would take a long way to go to the corner here, which is where TH expanded. So you don't want to waste that kind of time.
Mountain King taking a bit of damage here. Thoughts on, you took us through the harass move here from the Mountain King. What is going through TH's mind?
So TH, having successfully set up his expansion, and I might say without taking any damage at all, decided to take the aggression towards Lin's base. Now what Lin is doing, we're quite used to seeing this from Lin by now, is to go tier 3 on Melting Valley quickly. Oh my god, this is unbelievable. Okay. I'm going to finish that thought later. What happened was he's hiding there with a Cloak of Shadows, which isn't something you can plan before the game because you don't know whether you're surely going to find a Cloak of Shadows. And moreover, you only find it in the corner position here, and you wouldn't find it if you grabbed the natural first. So he's obviously putting unexpected items to good use, hiding there for as long as he can to make sure that Lin is staying away from his expansion. And what Lin is going to do, he's sending his Blade Master to the shop to get Dust of Appearance. This costs a lot of time, so that's a really nice move by TH. So the only way out that I could see was that the MK would eventually have to town portal. Unbelievably though, he storm bolted the Shadow Hunter and had the guts, and he knew the timing to staff of teleport out of it at that moment. So very nice move here by TH, saving himself the cost of his town portal, which he might very well need now. Nope, he's going down to the Blade Master. This, yeah, it was all happening a bit too fast. He didn't have tier 2 yet, so there was no chance he was going to be able to buy a heal pot. But what I think he was trying to do is buy a regeneration scroll, town portal back home, right here behind this little wall where he already had the Zeppelin ready to come out if he needed to, so that he doesn't need to destroy his own buildings or cut a lot of trees. But he wanted to get that regeneration scroll before he town portaled out, because if he gets here with whatever 1 HP, 5 HP, he would be effectively out of the game for a while. So he was selling the Cloak of Shadows, wanting to buy the regeneration scroll, but it did not happen in time. So nice kill there on the Mountain King by the Blade Master.
Does that put us at advantage, Lin, or still too much to play?
Let's see. Lin is okay. So Lin just threw down a tiny Great Hole. I wouldn't say that there's advantage on either side yet. We saw a Mountain King kill. I think that's a pretty big thing. At the same time, TH is killing some peons, so this is going to slow down Lin's economy.
Yep, four peons there, ready to go to the slaughter, unless the returning forces of Lin are able to hoard off that Mountain King, which looks like they're about to do, force him towards the back of that gold mine, and the Mountain King just can't catch a break at the moment.
Yeah, what the Mountain King is thinking now is thinking, I wish I could get out of this with a Staff of Teleport, but this is obviously not possible, so he's choosing to town portal out a little bit too late in my opinion. He bought the most, maybe 4 or 5 seconds with that, made Shadowhunter use 70 mana, but I don't think it's worth going to less than half life.
Now we see the continue creeping by Lin here as at his expansion, and he's in a healthy position. No mistakes made thus far from Lin, which I think it was the best you can ask for in the early plays.
Yeah, Lin obviously wants to limit the amount of mistakes he makes. He knows that if he can get a solid game with a good economy, get his expansion up fast enough, he can get a good amount of Bat Riders out to counter the inevitable Griffin Riders. We do see that TH has done something really sneaky. While he was in the Lin space with the Mountain King hiding with Cloak of Shadows, and again while he was here waiting with the Town Portal, in the meantime he set up an expansion with a big amount of towers, very difficult to take down, and this is going to give him a huge economical lead. It does mean that he chose to expand on tier 1 again. His gold is going to absolutely skyrocket, but at the same time his Griffins are going to come much, much later. So I feel that if Lin is onto it right away, within the next 1 or 2 minutes, he's not out of the game yet. He can try to set down an expansion in this corner and try to equal it out, and in the meantime get some advantage in hero levels.
And at the moment, I mean, are we set poised for a long haul and you know, one final but one large battle towards the end of it? Is that where you see this going at the moment?
Yeah, basically what Human is trying to do in this matchup is try to get a critical mass of Griffin Riders. There's really no point in launching a fast attack with 60 food Griffin Riders, which is about 60% of your food, right? 100 food is the maximum, where they could still be easily taken down by strong ground forces, hero levels, and a couple of Bat Riders. Basically what Human is trying to do, they're gonna, I think especially in the situation where the hero levels are rather skewed in the favor of the Orc, I think that Human is going to just save up 3, 4, 5,000 gold, free for all style, big game, big money, and get 3 upgraded Griffins with heal scrolls, invulnerability potions, perhaps even 3 heroes, and just a really big amount of Griffins so that one fight can finish it off. He cannot really afford to do a war of attrition in this game.
Mountain King is again under attack, but will get out with this time about 50% health as he vacates the premises.
He's doing a little bit of defend footman harass here, which is really nice because he's making use of the nooks and crannies inside Lin space, where only units as small as the footman himself can really reach them. Obviously that's not true for this unfortunate little soldier, but this footman is snugly fit in between the crack of a building where he cannot be hit by this Goblin Shredder.
Which is now going to come back as that footman has decided to go walkies, and now will be finished off surely as he runs around to the same position where he was just a second ago, but will be able to escape. And
he's obviously not inflicting a world of pain here, but he's doing what little he can, and given time, he's going to force Lin to use peons and put them in burrows, lose some resources, do some repair, basically take off his attention just that little bit, and we can already see that there's just 3 footmen mining here in the gold. That means that he's getting 20 gold per second less.
He's being annoying.
He's being annoying.
Here we go, and down on the southeast of the map, we have Lin going for pretty much exactly what you called about 60 seconds ago, which was clean out this bottom right and get that second expansion up.
Yeah, and we did see that he got it, the expansion, as soon as he humanly could after finding this expansion, and he did not feel like taking a gamble to try to take this down. He might eventually be able to, but I don't think the losses he would suffer, and considering he's already down 2 to 3 gold mines, would justify the expense. Perhaps now he'll give it a shot, or he'll just keep creeping. We really can't be sure yet. While in the same time the Mountain King is doing his little thing again. He's planting down 2 very cheeky towers there, which we are a little bit familiar with from TH. Very freestyle player, very adaptable and creative. That's going to force the Shredder to attack there. Again, there's not full mining here from Lin in the gold mine. So pretty nice move by TH.
Now, if you were to call this before we'd seen the start of the match, where would you have gone? Who would your favorite have been at the start of this game?
So Lin is very, very comfortable with Melting Valley. He has it pat down to scout with the Blade Master where the human is, where he's expanding, and at the same time he'll creep with his Shadow Hunter and Alchemist. I do feel like he's being put off a little bit out of his game, and that's definitely to TH's credit. But you asked me what would I have said before the game. I think I would have put my money on Lin.
And at this moment in time,
At this moment in time, it's still quite hard to say. So I'm going to take a look at the economy. We can see Lin with some wood problems here. He does have the shredder who brings in a very high wood per minute rate, but it doesn't seem like it's just 100% enough to be comfortable. I don't think he'll have any major problems. So Lin is fully mining, but he's never really been fully mining from 3 mines. Every time either there has been not full mining peons yet from the 3rd base, or his main base got hampered a bit, and now it's his first expansion, his 2nd base, which is taking an assault again. And I guess TH felt that considering Lin went for a fast 3rd expansion too, he would attack sooner than with 100 Griffins. Doing quite a fast attack. It surprises me a little bit. He is going to lose his Paladin here, a large amount of his units, and I don't think he can do that much here. I think he should have just been happy with attacking the expansion, killing some peons, and leave it at that. We do see that Lin, he went from about 78 food to 66, 6 of which he just made, so I do think he lost about 18 food. 16 food, which amounts to about 8 or 9 Bat Riders, and at the same time TH went from 71 pretty much to 71. He did lose a Paladin and some air, but it came back just as fast. He's at 80 food now, just finished 3 more air units and making the next, so perhaps that was his plan. Perhaps he felt that he should do 1 attack first to make sure that Lin doesn't get his critical mass of Bat Riders.
Here we go. You see final creeping from TH as he pushes out. The Paladin back amongst things and up to level 2.
And he has picked Divine Shield, not Devotion Aura. He wants to make sure that his hero will survive. Lin upgrading Liquid Fire here, seeing an easy kill in the Town Hall, which is quite exposed. These towers don't do that much damage when you have Heal Wave and Spirit Link on everything. So he's using the Bat Riders to put Liquid Fire on the Town Hall, which makes it get more damage. A lot more damage actually, and Bat Riders already do siege damage, so they're quite nice to take down a Town Hall, and the human can't repair when it's under Liquid Fire.
So here we go. Is this the battle as the air-to-air combat begins?
I don't feel this is the battle. I don't think it will be the last battle either, but it is definitely a battle, and an important one too. So the Mountain King is town pulling out. Very nice by TH, I think. He lost, I would say, about 4 or 5 air units. All Bat Riders are gone, and Lin is in a very unfortunate position here with 55 food, which basically is as little as you could be over 50 with, which means that you get 30% less resources. We have a upkeep system in Warcraft 3. If you have 50 food or less, you get full gold from every gold mine, which is 600 gold per minute, 10 gold per second. When you go over 50 food, up to 80, you only get 70% of all your income. And when you're above 80, you only get 40% of everything. So when you're at 55 food, it's like saying, hey, my army isn't that big, but I'm paying the price. So he wants to go up to 80 as soon as possible. There's no reason for him to wait.
So from this position, TH is in the driving seat right now?
I feel that TH has been doing a pretty nice job of gradually gaining an army advantage. I don't think it's time to let up either, considering the path that he chose. I think he wants to make use of the fact that he will always have the biggest army, not greater than 80, to make sure that he's handling his resources nicely. And every time his hero is going to be in trouble, or he's going to have some units which are in a precarious position because of low HP, he's just going to town portal out and lick his wounds.
So here we go. We have the assault ready to begin.
So he brought the militia for a potential fight. Now that they're peasants, they're not so tough anymore, so he's sending them back in for another go. What we actually see here is, I think the Paladin, earlier on in this fight on the right side of the map, chose not to pick skill yet. So this is something that Chinese players have been doing, I feel, probably before others, and which happens a lot in human and night elf play. They don't pick skill yet until they're sure what they're going to use. So Paladin will give the most benefit to air units if he picks Devotion Aura. 1.5 extra armor. It reduces the damage of Bat Riders by quite a lot. human against orc with air units, it's all about the armor on the flying units. The more armor you have, the more bat riders are needed to kill a group of griffins. And combine that with splitting the air units, and you're gonna get better and better results. So he's gonna try to use a protection scroll. He has devotion aura on this paladin. He's got fully upgraded griffin and dragonhawk, 3/3, very tough to kill. And at the same time, he's doing a little secret towers at Lin's third base. So this is going to come in helpful when he does a full-scale assault on this base later. Perhaps what he's going to try is first attack the second base from Lin, the first expansion, here on the left, and then town portal to his natural expansion, and then bolster his attack with these towers. Lin, meanwhile, doesn't want to wait till the initiative is taken by TH and takes down this expansion very decisively.
Yeah, good work from Lin there. In and out before you can say, well, a panda. Here we go. This is the battle you call, Grubby, as Lin has to defend his first expansion from the forces of TH, as he will go for it right on cue. Does take down 2 of those griffins, now maybe perhaps just 1.
Oh, very nice split by TH. None of the griffins were close enough to each other, well, nearly none, to have the bat riders do any splash damage at all. A bat rider does approximately 550 damage in his explosion and does collateral damage worth about 140, but he could not make use of any of the collateral damage in this fight. Unbelievable. Mountain King goes down, Shadow, the Alchemist was already down, Blade Master dies. That means that the biggest damage dealer is now gone. He's gonna rely only on his bat riders now, but there's so many griffins left. Towers are going down, Paladin is level 4. He didn't pick Devotion Aura 2, which indicates to me that, also considering the fact that he's already alone and Mountain King abandoned him for a while, he picked Divine Shield to make sure that he doesn't lose his Paladin right now. And we're gonna see Divine Shield very soon. If not, I'm a chicken.
Here we go. TH is running for his life with the Paladin and couldn't get out of there. What went wrong?
Yeah, so I think he should have done a premature Divine Shield. I do think he had it because I didn't see Devotion Aura, but he was just too late. The Hex came in. Lightning Orb has a chance to dispel the Hex, which actually works against the Orc in such situations, but it did not happen and the Paladin went down.
And it's official, Grubby is a chicken.
I guess so.
So back comes the Paladin from the tavern, and where are we at right now?
So TH did a very nice split where he had a huge army advantage, but obviously Lin's heroes are going to be stronger, and that's not something that's skewed or imbalanced or anything. TH has the stronger army, and that's a direct result of how he played, and the way that the Orc can still have some advantage is by boosting his hero levels. So this is pretty natural result of the way that they played. The most important thing in this case for TH to do is to make sure that his Mountain King doesn't die. I do think he had Town Portal. He probably Lin did pretty nice micro in that fight to take down the Mountain King. And once he is down, he didn't have a choice to Town Portal out anymore, which is, I think, what he would have wanted to do to make sure that after having so many Griffins still alive, he could heal them up and truly gain a big advantage.
So from Lin's perspective now, it looks like he is going to push to harass and slow down any redevelopment from his opponent.
Yeah, we can see that in the meantime, Lin developed Bloodlust for his Shaman. That means that his ground army is even that much stronger. Now he's moving into these, well, paltry 5 towers, you could say. Not that paltry after all. Blade Master nearly dying. Nice block. Oh my god, nice block by TH, and he does get the reward, killing the Blade Master. Very, very nice move. Lin thought he should make use of the Mountain King not being here. Unfortunately, Mr. Mountain King just came out. Staff of teleported to the expansion, bolted the blade, and gave him a world of pain. And the Divine Shielded Paladin blocked off the exit and said, "No, sir, you're mine."
And here we go. Now the boot is on the other foot as TH begins to go to work on Lin, who is about to lose his expansion once again, as the units are being slayed down one by one, and those orcs are going nowhere.
So very nice premature Divine Shield by the Paladin. If he doesn't do that, he can go from 600 life down to 0 in the course of 1 hex. So I do like that he used it immediately. There's nothing smarter to do. At this point, a player should not be cocky and say, oh, I'm going to use it at the very last moment to make sure that my opponent wastes his energy. No, just use it right away. That's the only safe thing to do, and I do like that he did that. He was down to 1 base in the meantime, and there's not an awful lot of gold left in this base. TH only with 900 gold left in his first expansion in the corner, but he just finished power building back his natural expansion, again in the same exposed position. There wasn't place anywhere else, so this remains an easy kill if Lin can get a big enough army. But in the meantime, important extra source of income for TH, who by now has quite formidable hero levels, level 5, level 4.
So TH has turned around his one sort of disadvantage that he had, which was the level of his heroes, but at the same time he's lost the mass of air units he had as well. So where are we at in terms of who's ahead of who at the moment?
Yeah, you're right with that, Stuart. We do see that he came closer in the hero levels, but yeah, he doesn't have the army anymore to take Lin, I think, in any head-on fight. Also considering the Shadowhunter with 600 mana with the maximum capacity of 660, pretty sick there. Alchemist level 4 and Blade Master level 6, and he's got some nice consumable items too. Greater healing potion, heal scroll, and invulnerability. He's got an expansion running with just 4 peons. Does he not have a 5th? Yeah, he doesn't, and he doesn't want to make one more peon because that's just going to put him into low upkeep before he's ready to do so. He did go into low upkeep now, so theoretically he could make another peon, but I think he's got other things on his mind. Making a head-on assault on those towers, didn't like what was going on. After all, even though there was no extra threat from TH, so he re-evaluated his position in the game, and I think that's pretty important to be able to do. He decided he's going to attack the towers, didn't like what's going to happen. Sometimes you cannot predict exactly how strong you are in the game, and it's important to be able to let go of the idea that you felt you should take down the towers.
Don't be too stubborn.
Yeah, don't be too stubborn, exactly.
Well, here we go. We are set with TH ready to knock on the door of this expansion once again as the Mountain King and a few units are coming in and get more towers, as he really is amassing as much as he can to take down this expansion. And Lin making more Bat Riders who are not that great against a lot of guard towers. He does feel like he needs them though, because TH is not just going to stop making air. He is banking now, but at any moment he can start pumping Griffins and Dragonhawks. Hasn't done so yet, and why not? Because he's got the gold advantage. I mean, this one ran out. He does have... Well, he does not have the gold advantage, excuse me. Lin has got 2 bases, but he's in high upkeep. Also, sorry, low upkeep, but he is in upkeep. And he's not mining fully. So I would say the gold income is nearly the same. And there's no real pressure on TH to advance very rapidly because he's got all these towers here. They don't cost upkeep, but they provide pressure. And at the same time, they're also nice to defend with while TH wants to push out. While Lin wants to push out, he doesn't really feel like going into all these towers. Out in the open, it would be a clear-cut case of Lin taking the fight. But with those towers, TH is looking a little bit safer there, and he's just being content, shooting down peons. One Stormbolt level 3 does does 350 damage, which is more than enough to take down any peon, even if it's full life. So that's what he's doing. Now we see Lin doing an attack. Pretty dangerous there. He's doing some Holy Light. Oh, very nice Staff of Sanctuary by the Paladin, saving that Mountain King. This does mean that Lin can breathe a little bit easier. There's no Mountain King, no Stormbolt. Any unit that Lin has is going to do damage every time. They're not going to get stunned. There's no sudden, immediate, unexpected deaths for any of his heroes or units. So yeah, these 6 towers, they're not enough to stop this army from Lin anymore. He got himself a kill onto one of the raiders there, but they have been taken from double figures to now, just as you say, 6 left, maybe even 5 left in a second, and Lin is able to push on, and down goes the Blood Mage off camera there.
Yeah, the Blood Mage.
Oh, and the Paladin may follow suit as well. Here we go, with just 250 points of health left. It looks like he's going to get out of there.
He needs the town portal now or he'll die.
He does. Just get out of there in the nick of time, but that expansion is safe, and from Lin's perspective, he can breathe a sigh of relief. That pressure you were talking about may have just been released a little bit.
Yep, and now we see Lin with level 6/6 4 hero levels. He's got Bloodlust, which makes his heroes that much more scary. Is he going to lose that Walker? Yeah, he does. It wasn't necessary, but then we can't blame him. He just did a pretty tremendous performance here under big pressure. Took down the pressure from his expansion. Mining not quite fully yet. 4 peons here and 4 peons here, but it's certainly more than what TH is mining with, who's back at 50 food, but despite saving money, wasn't really able to go over 50 food with any kind of big army. What TH has to rely on now is kill peons, kill peons, kill peons, because he's down with he's got less gold, so he can't win a waiting game at this point, and he can't win a direct confrontation. So this is really the only thing left he could do. And he's got to watch out here as Lin's army comes in. This could very well be the last moment in the game. We're not going to see any hexes here by the Shadowhunter, but those raiders aren't going to let him staff of teleport out either. Paladin is coming in, so I don't think Mountain King is going to die, but there doesn't seem to be enough units for TH to win this fight in any conclusive way. Paladin is not here yet, and he's going to miss the Holy Light. Nope. With Mountain King down and only 1 gold mine, he can't get it back in time. I think what we're witnessing now is TH's demise, as Lin takes a very, very formidable game with lots of back and forths, and eventually his hero levels triumph, and very nice play in safeguarding his economical advantage.
Neither player was ready to give up on that one in the end, and it was a marathon match. That Paladin still giving it all he's got, despite the fact that he is down on running out of friends. Mountain King is back and is going to try and make a game of this if he can. But with his peasants for company, they're going to give everything they've got.
So what I think TH did is he cancelled all his units just to be able to buy back his Mountain King right away. Perhaps he feels if he can get some lucky kills quickly, perhaps on the Blade Master, he could somehow turn it back with a long game. We have seen TH do some incredible things with his heroes only in other games. Just 3 heroes. I do think his Blood Mage will be back. Yeah, just 3 heroes could keep on killing units. The Blood Mage provides mana, the Paladin provides healing, and the Mountain King is a true damage dealer here. So this Griffin is kind of a lost soul as TH tries to take down that Kodo. Perhaps next target will be the Shaman, and then it'll just be 3 heroes against 3. But I do think that we see the advantage here on Lin's side. Mountain King is being assaulted. Lin not quite sure which hero he should go for. Paladin providing healing. Out of mana. The next Holy Light will be in 5 seconds.
Here we go. The Paladin now is being war waged against him, but is saved by the Mountain King. So the damage that he can do with just 3 heroes is quite impressive.
Yeah, he took down nearly all of the units, but 3 raiders are back. Let's see how much Lin is still producing. He's got enough gold, really. There's 3,000 left here. There's 2,000 left here, but he can't mine anymore there. He's got plenty of raiders coming in. He could make 3 more raiders whenever he pleases.
Here we go. TH perhaps on the brink, and Lin is going to go and try and chase out those heroes and see what he can finish this off.
Yeah, one thing I really like about TH, when he's on the brink, he doesn't give up. Infi has got something which by now some people may recognize from his infamous game against Fly in the WCG 2009 finals, where he gave up after just 3 minutes of play.
Map 1.
A very virgin game. It wasn't completely matured yet. He just lost a bunch of peasants and decided, the hell with it. I'm going out.
I remember that game very, very well. The hairs on my arms and back of the neck were raised by the reaction from the crowd.
I bet there was a lot of confusion in the crowd at that move.
Yeah.
And as we do recall, Infi took the next 2 games in convincing fashion. Long games also, not quite as bad starts as the first game. And people just started wondering whether, was it pure rage quit, frustration from Infi, or was there something more to it? Did he leave to take away the good feeling and momentum which Fly could have gotten? What do you think?
Well, I remember both myself and I was casting with Rotterdam for that final, and he thought that we came to the conclusion that you know, if you do it, you got to have the confidence to do it, that you're supremely confident. Remember, Fly had not dropped a map the entire tournament to get to that stage. And so we just went down the confidence route, that he must have had it. The mistake he made was irreversible, and it was just keep the confidence up. But really, I mean, I don't think anyone can be sure what went through his head.
Yeah.
Talk about rolling a hard 6 and gambling.
Yeah, definitely.
Would you have done the same in that position?
No, I don't like giving up that early. I always try until the end, till I'm 100% sure that I really lost. I've hovered with my hand above the QQ key and decided, no, I'm going to give it another shot, and I've pulled a win out of those games sometimes. So I always try until the end. And TH is obviously doing the same. Things are not looking too great, but he's trying till the end. He changed his army composition here, going for some Spellbreakers, which can steal the Bloodlust, and Knights, which are impervious nearly to Bat Riders. So I like that move. He's actually pushing back a little bit there, kind of funny. Killing Raiders with 3-0 upgraded Militia, Breakers, and Knights. But
no sooner do they get into the action do the Knights fall, as at least we lost 2 of them. And the Kodo Beast is in the thick of things with one of the other Knights inside. The Blade Master underway, looking to pick off the remaining units as well. So no matter what TH has got up his sleeve, it never seems to be enough, as the Mountain King will fall once again. And perhaps this time it's GG from TH. It is. A real marathon has been run here, but it is Lin, after some 36 minutes, who will pick up map 1.
With 10 hero kills, with 29,000 gold mine against 32,000. Pretty equal on the gold there. Huge hero levels, more than double the XP that TH had. And yeah, I think, you know, to talk back about the Infi Fly thing, the other side of the coin is that perhaps TH is not just fighting for his life in this map. He could also be trying to tire out the opponent.
Well, I was going to ask you about that. 36 minutes and no, you know, and no result. Does that put a sour taste in your mouth, or how easy is it to wash that out and go for the next game?
So I think this is very dependent on basically how well you fought. TH versus Lin. So in this game, I don't think that TH made any glaring errors, nor will how that game went be representative, I think, in any way of how the next game will go, because Melting Valley is an excellent map for Mountain King. And now we're going to see Secret Valley, where I'm 99% sure that he's going to make Archmage first. So it's going to be a completely different ball game. So whatever mistakes he made in that game, they don't need to worry him that much for when he goes into the next game. He's not going to have to worry about not TPing out with a level 4 Mountain King in time to save his Griffins. It's going to be different. So those mistakes do not need to give him that much worry. But when we talk about confidence, he did do a lot of things right. So, you know, he can be quite proud of how he fought in that game. And I do think that if I were TH, I wouldn't be thinking too much about Melting Valley at this point anymore. He did quite well. It's a very good warming up. He is down 0-1, so there is pressure on him. But if he can somehow look beyond that and just focus on the map at hand, I think that it doesn't really matter that he lost the first one.
Now, after a 36-minute match, how long do you like to take in between maps? Because we've seen that he's not come in, that's probably just to watch the replay. How long can you take to get out and refresh?
I would be a little bit surprised if TH is watching the replay right now. It does look like it. On the other hand, it could also be that he needs to take a little break, get up, stretch his legs, clear his head, maybe go to the restroom. This would be something that could be done. And we do see
but it's not
Lin already joining.
It's not easy for a Warcraft player to get up and go anywhere here.
Yeah, you're right about that. But at the same time, he might feel good if he goes to the restroom and, you know, there's a whole load of people waiting down the stairs to cheer him on.
Then he has to tread carefully in the restroom here. However, that is another story. Now, let's talk about China and Warcraft. Does it make any difference for you playing here?
Well, let me tell you something about the games I played yesterday. My game against Infi was being patched through to the main area, and it was on the screen and everyone was watching, and it gave me a great feeling to hear the reactions of the crowd. It made me want to play so much better. I didn't want to make any mistakes, even more.
Even though were the crowd cheering for you or Infi? I mean, you're one of the players that the Chinese will always love, as opposed to, you know, another European player coming over.
Yeah, but I really like the crowd. They cheer mostly for both parties. Yeah, there's a lot of my fans here. I think Infi probably also has a lot of fans, so they really applaud any good and excellent action by either of the players, and I think that's a great situation. So you really want to go out there and do the very best you can. And unfortunately, during the second game, the caster lagged out of the game, so everyone felt quiet. No one could see the game anymore, and we just continued quietly. And I wonder if it's a coincidence that I won the first game when the crowd was cheering me on. Perhaps I need that. But yeah, I do really like it to play here and to hear their reactions much more than if I'm just, you know, at home playing for myself. It's a great feeling.
All right. Well, missing our second player, we are going to take ourselves a quick break, but we will come back for map 2 of Lin versus TH. You're with Quad V, Grubby and Tosspot for the MSI Beat It 2010.